Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm still playing Dungeon Universalis. Now, my group has managed to enter the enemy's castle, to sneak in here. This is the wall. We managed to climb up here and then moved here. And now we are, I guess, in the yard of the castle, basically. This is one of the buildings and it is basically hidden, what we see there. So this is just, yeah, that is not really the terrain that we're supposed to see. And we could enter this building through this door and then it will reveal itself. But I decided to go this way here, and we have a door right there. So I'm going to try to open that one now. And the goal is to enter or to find a library, get in there and steal some books that contain some valuable information about the, I don't know, pretty much I think about the infrastructure and the organization of that enemy kingdom. Okay, so we go into the next turn. So the dark player's points go up, and then we're gonna try to open that door. The scout does that, of course. So let's see. And there's no trap there, so we were successful. There we go. And now got to get my smartphone, start the app and reveal the next tile. Okay, so we found this room here. This is a forge. And here we have a trapdoor. And this trapdoor is basically our exit of that castle. So if someone goes here and opens the door, and yeah, exactly, that's what the rules say. If someone enters that space when the door is open, then he basically has left the castle. So this is our escape road. That's pretty good that we already know where that is. So now we have to check if we will see enemies in there. And that is not the case. And, you know, actually I'm considering maybe I should open this door, and maybe I also want to search that room. That seems like it could be an interesting room. So yeah, let's see. Who has a good perception? Well, of course my scout, but if I give her both tasks, then then I will lose quite some time. I don't want to spend my dexterity potion, but he's got the picklocks. Tough choice. And he's got a -1 on perception because of his armor. So I don't really think I want to send him in here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she has to do it and we just forget about this thing up there. Yeah, okay, so I think I want to do this. So first of all, I'm gonna move in here just to do this safety zone, to expand that a little bit. And maybe I want to bring the dog also in here. Okay. And then, actually, you know, I think it might make more sense if I don't bring the dwarf in here, but for example this guy, because he is faster, and then the dwarf, I'm going to move him in this direction, I think, because then the dwarf is faster when he wants to move back. Okay, and that's basically my turn for now. And now I'm gonna move her in, and that is all gonna take a while. And I'm gonna go in here. Now, I wonder if I can search this thing too, by the way. Well, we'll see. First of all, I try to open the trap door. So let's see if there's a special card for that. There might be. Okay, so actually I don't need a special action to open that door. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go with him here, and I'm gonna stay with her here. Okay, and now in the next turn, and I think we're already in turn 10. I'm not totally positive about it, but I think so. Yeah, let's get another marker here. Okay, so now in the next turn, this guy simply will use his action to open the door. And I don't have to do anything, I just open the door. That's at least what the card says. And then I can simply move back, I guess. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. Now she searches the room. And so she has to roll 2 dice. I think against perception. I'm not totally sure. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay, that is definitely a success. And I'm pretty sure. Let's see how that actually works. Searching rooms. Only 1 attempt. Success 1d, 3 + 1 coins. On a double 6 draw treasure card. Okay, cool. So let's see if there is anything else going on, because there is this. Oh, I think we can just room registers to search for treasures. Okay, I think this is pretty much all that happened. So yeah, we had a success, which means we can roll a die, and that means we get 4 coins, which is not bad at all. And remember my house rule? Whenever you search a room and you find at least 2 coins, you get 1 bonus point here. Okay. And now the last thing is I want to search this thing, I think. So she moves 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as an action, she searches this with 2d6. And that is an 11, very good. Character finds 3 coins and a random armor, but never a rare one. Wow, it was really close to the magic object. With a 12, we could have found that. But it's still really good. So 3 coins and a random armor. Now, we'll see if we can actually use that. I mean, she is not allowed to wear armor anyway, so I have my doubts that this will help us. Okay, so I found a leather armor, and I wasn't sure if I would still be able to carry it, because the carrying limit, remember, it is your strength, which is 3, plus vitality, which is 4, so we have 7, and then you double that, so 14. And you can see here, this indicates the weight, this symbol here. Now this thing weighs 3, so it was close, but if I didn't miscalculate here, we are now exactly at 14. I'm carrying only all these potions, which only weigh 1 each, and only the staff weighs 2, all the rest weighs 1, so I should be okay here. Actually, I'm not so sure about that. I'm also carrying the coins. They also have some kind of weight, but you know, I might consider giving some coins to her and or to him and whatever. I think then we're okay. We don't want to be too, I don't know. Let's see if we can somehow fiddle around with that. Technically you can carry a little more, but then you are limited in your abilities. I think you get a -1 and you, on some of these values, and you can move slower and things like that. Okay, now this guy can carry a ton, so I think I simply move there and then I can give him some stuff, and then we should be fine. So, okay, that's good that we found this room. I think that is very useful in the end. We know exactly where we have to go, and we don't have to roll again if we enter an already explored room. We don't have to open the door. So that could be very helpful. So now I think it might be time to enter this building here. I don't know if I want to go here, to be honest. I mean, maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should go here. I think I want to try that. But that will cost us even more time. Okay, whatever. I'm first, let's go back. So she searched, so we could now start slowly moving back, starting with this guy. But we have to maintain that, you know, these... Yeah, okay, whatever. These area of this safety distance. So now I'm going to start simply running here with the scout. Oops. And yeah, he can run 12 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. The dog. Okay, so we can definitely move him, I think somewhere here or so. Magician. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now let's put her here. Okay. So now I moved with the scout here, and as an action, I'm gonna try to open this door. So let's see. And we don't have a trap, which is obviously pretty cool. So the door opens, and we now can reveal the next section. And this is now going to be this one here. Okay. So again, what I find interesting is that they use these larger tiles like this one and then simply place these things on top. And of course that's pretty cool. And this is still covered. So we don't know if this is even there. No, no, wait a minute, it was like this, I think. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's the other way around. It's like this. The door is placed here, and then this is still covered. And we can take this so that it looks a little more beautiful. And okay, so basically we just can see this part here. Got to place again the door here. Okay. And yeah. And of course these are our exploration dots. So let's see if we will see an enemy there. And there is none. Okay, cool. So until now we're doing okay. But when we enter this area, we have to roll twice, because then in the last 2 areas there was no enemies. So we can be pretty sure that there will be someone in here. Okay, so let's... yeah, so basically... Wait a minute, I can bring her a little closer. And also him, so just like this. And she moves here. And now we go into the next turn, because she already moved, so I couldn't enter with her in this turn. And now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Now the question is, oh no, I can't do that. That will trigger possibly traps. I see. Okay, so I can only move here basically without the risk of triggering a trap. Do I want to take the risk or not? I might actually save a little bit of time, but oh shit, I messed this up. I think I should be here, and instead with this guy I'm somewhere here, I guess. And already this is getting pretty much out of control. Actually, I think, again, we're at a point where this does not matter anymore, because I probably simply have no chance of getting this done. And this is something I will definitely change with my rules. I probably will ignore this completely. After this playthrough of the campaign, not of the complete campaign, but of some of the things, I'm really gonna change some of the rules and implement some of the fan-made stuff and all. And this is definitely something that has to go away. This is just, I don't know, I think this is pretty dull. Maybe this is interesting if you don't play solitaire, if you want some competitive feeling or something. But if you play solitaire, it's totally dull. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stay there, who cares? And then I'm gonna move this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna move him here. Does he have 6? No, he only has 5 movement points. So I'm gonna move him here. And I don't explore or anything. And now the others also will simply enter the room. Well, actually, I forgot, you can move through your own people. You just have to spend an extra point. So I could have done that a little more cleverly. But from now I know. Okay, and now it's again her. And I'm going to move her 1, 2, 3 spaces here. And now I'm going to first try to reveal this thing and roll for a trap. And there is no trap. And then we can reveal the new section. So I'm going to remove these. And we're going to see what shows up here, if it's just the remainder of the room or something new. Oh, no, it's the same tile, but there is this well or whatever that is. That's a water well. Okay, and there is... so it doesn't seem like there is any kind of library in there. Okay, so we can remove this. And we got to find the well. Okay, so there we have our well. This could be interesting for the dwarf, because that might give him the chance to recover. But there is a chance that the water isn't great, but that's not so dangerous. So maybe I'm gonna give him that chance. But first we gotta check if there are people in there, and there's a good chance there are, because there was nobody in here, there was nobody in there, so now we gotta roll the die twice. And yeah, of course there is. So now we don't have to roll the die again, but now there are people in there. Okay, so let's see. And this is enemy spotted, so this room is gonna be crowded. Okay, so let's see who's all in there. So we gotta add 2, I think. It's not a large section, but we got 60 points, so we have to add 2. Okay, so it's a 6, which means we have warriors with axe and leather armor. 3, oh that's a 3. 3 warriors with axe and leather armor, 2 shooters with short bow, and 1 wolf. Wow. Okay, that's pretty tough. So let's find these guys. Okay, so placing these guys is a little tricky. So we cannot place anyone on the well, and you also cannot place the people 2 squares, within 2 squares of the person who revealed the section. So these squares here cannot be used. So that the first one is placed here, and I started with wait a minute, you have to start with someone who has no ranged attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I kind of randomized who when the wolf shows up. So it's like this, and now the guys with the ranged attacks will be placed. So that means they go now in between here. So like this. Okay, so it has to be like this. The room is really crowded now. And yeah, they all kind of line up back here. Okay. And now we got to check for initiative. Now let's see. The dog has an initiative of 1. So we got to take him. And I think I got a 2. I'm not totally sure. So let's see. Okay, so this is a little tricky now. We got 8 and I got a 6. So we might have to re-roll. Maybe I want to do this. Let's see. Let's see what we got. The dog, so that gives me a +1. I got sharp senses myself, so that gives me another +1. So that means I'm also at 8. So it's probably... Wait a minute, and the dog also has a... Oh god, I gotta calculate that. Dog has also a +1. This is not it. So I think I actually lose that roll. I think what I want to do is I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 1 fortune. That would bring this up, but we don't count that anymore. And that forces the dog to re-roll. So let's see. Okay, so he definitely manages to see us, right? He wins that roll. But now, according to my rule, we also have to roll for all the others. So the dog will activate first, which doesn't terribly help him. We might be able to get through these 2 guys, but he's trapped in here. So that's also an advantage for me. Now I still have that 6, right? And now we're going to roll all the others and see if they are able to actually see us. This is my house rule now here. And they do not... the leather armor is not a minus modifier, so they are just 0. So everybody who rolls, I gotta roll pretty well. I think they have to roll an 8 or a 9 to do that. So the first guy manages to see me. I'm pretty sure about that. This guy, yeah, he rolled a 9, so he also sees me. What about this shooter here? But that's an 8. That might not be quite enough. I think this is actually a draw, but he seems to have a higher intelligence. Wow, that's impressive. So he also wins. Now let's see about this guy here. That's a 7. He doesn't win because I get a +2. So the shooter, this guy, the shooter, and the wolf, they will activate. What about these two? Okay, this one doesn't. And last, it's this guy. He also has a 6, so he also won't activate. So 3 of them will activate. That is not quite as devastating. And I think, yeah, this is definitely something that I kind of prefer a little more. So if I remember that right, the shooter will actually activate first. So the shooter will actually activate the attack the Cyclop because he's going to go after the person who is easiest to hit. And because the agility of the scout is higher than the shooter's agility, that would give him a -1 modifier. So therefore he goes for the Cyclop. So the shooter has a 3, and I'm pretty sure there are no additional modifiers here. It's a pretty close distance. Yeah, I don't see any modifiers here. So we just roll. Oh gosh, that was rough. That's a hit. And it's even a critical. So we gotta roll 4 dice, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's 4 dice. But I got this Stugged armor, which gives me 1 less damage die against bows, crossbows, and throwing weapons. So it's only 3 dice. And I've got an armor of 4 now. Ooh, these are 3 hits. Well, 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 that's not good. I think I'm going to take them anyway for now. Okay. That was bad. Really, really bad. But okay. Now it's... Yeah, it's... I think we're going to do this guy now. So he's going to try to attack now her, because she wasn't attacked yet. So he moves 1. And now she can do a defensive shot. But she has to do a -2. Let's see if we can hit. I think we need a 7 or something. And we have that. So that is really good, because that stops him. And we can, of course, try to do damage. So the guy has a leather armor, so he's got a 4. Okay, these are 2 hits, or 2 damage. He's got 4 life points. Okay, so he's at least stopped. And now let's see, what about the wolf? He's got a movement value of 8. So, let's see. We gotta find that, because both were now attacked. So let's see who is gonna go after. Okay, this guy already has, he has only 4 life points left. So the wolf will try to attack him, because he's gonna go trying to attack the guy with the lowest life points. Okay, so he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That brings him here, and then he will attack. And That's not good. I mean, he's not terribly good though, so let's hope for the best here. Okay, that's good enough. We were definitely better. We have a value of 5. The wolf only has a value of 3. Okay, so it is the next day now, and I did that battle, but I totally messed it up, and I decided to re-record it. The problem was not so much. Actually, the outcome was quite okay. I was doing pretty well, but I made a ton of mistakes here, and pretty much everyone in my favor. So I decided to do that again, and I just wanna quickly explain what I all did wrong, and because that might be interesting. First of all, I always miss to roll that die to determine if there is a specific power card played, and that is something that constantly happens. I mean, I did so many hours of playing, and this is still something that happens all the time because, you know, while everything that happens during a combat feels very, very thematic and very realistic in a way, this is a purely gamey mechanism which really brings you out of this whole thing, and I find it really hard to remember that. So I try to do this. I really try to remember that, because in general I think it's a cool thing that there is this extra event that can occur during the combat. Another issue I had was I always forget the pushing, especially with the enemies. I always forget when they do a successful hit, they can push me, and that can have actually consequences. And the third thing is the terrain here that I completely ignored. First of all, this here might be possibly cover for someone who is standing behind. And here we have a staircase. So for example, what I did is I moved the dwarf up here and then did an attack. A little later in the combat. I did that when there was nobody standing here. Well, that's not so easy, because if you enter the stairs, so if I enter this space, I need to spend 1 additional point to do that, and then if I go in the upper level, I have to spend again an additional point. So with a movement of 4, I can only go 1, 2, 3, and then I basically end up on the stairs. So yeah, that's an important thing. I can't, because I'm so slow here. Well, actually I got a movement of 5, I think. No, but I got this thing, my armor, so that slows me down. So this is important. In addition to that, I had some combat going on here. These guys were attacking here, and that means they get a bonus because they are above the others. They have a higher ground. And in addition to that, they can push me. And if you are pushed on a lower level, which would have happened here, I'm pushed back here onto the bottom, then I actually fall. And that means I would have taken damage. So all these things I missed. And well, first of all, that means I really have to reevaluate my strategic options here, because yeah, it might not be the best idea to kind of do the whole battle here on the stairs when I'm on the bottom. That's a pretty bad idea. So maybe I should retreat and try to fight these guys a little more here. Yeah, so these are the things that I messed up, and we will see now how it plays out. So let's not forget this die, and let's see for the first turn. And again, we're gonna have to activate this guy, the shooter, and the wolf. Okay, and we will actually see, oops, that's the wrong card. The power cards these are the power cards. Okay, that's a great sorcerer. One spellcaster of the dark player's choice knows one extra spell. Okay, that doesn't help. If the dark player has no spellcasters, the next spell cast by a hero or mercenary during the current combat may be dispelled by the dark player's creature with the highest intelligence. Okay, so that means he's going to pay 1 for this card, and that's not great. So let's see now what happens. So first, the shooters will activate. So this guy will activate. And let's see who they're gonna attack. The enemy which is easiest to hit, that's gonna be him, because I have a higher agility than the shooter, which would be a negative modifier, but attacking him does not bring a negative modifier. So let's see, the shooter has a 3. I don't think he gets a bonus for being higher. So let's roll first and then we'll see. Okay, that's a 5. I'm pretty sure that's not enough. Let's find out. So no, that was definitely a miss. And then I'm gonna activate him and attack her. So yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna move here, and now I have the chance to do a defensive shot. Yeah. That is good. That's a hit. So that means I can roll 4 dice and the guy stops. That was very important. Oh, awesome. 3 hits. Excellent. So he already took some heavy wounds. That is this warrior here. Very, very good. And now it's this guy here, the wolf. So let's see who he wants to attack. So he wants to go after the enemy with the lowest life points. Okay, that is also her, and that is not good. So let's see. He has a movement of 8. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now he will attack her. And the problem is I am unarmed now, basically, because I have my bow. So let's see what happens. Yeah, that's not good. Do I want to make him re-roll that? You know, actually I don't think so. I think I'm going to take the damage here. It's not good, but it's going to be hard for me to win that battle anyway. So I think even if I re-roll, it's not that likely that I can roll better than he did. So I'm going to take the damage here. So he's got 4 damage dice because of the critical, and that means yeah, let's see, I got an armor of 4. Yeah, of 4. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. So I take 1 life. I take 1 damage here. Okay. Well, that's been okay, and now I actually nearly forgot. The guy can push me back now. That's something he can do. And he will. And I gotta try to check how that exactly works. I think I will actually fall at that point. I gotta see how that works. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky, but usually they're talking about pits and stuff like that. But it also clearly says if there's a difference in height. And that is the case here. So I guess I've fallen. The difference is 1. So I will take 1 damage die against my natural armor. So if I roll a 3 or higher, I'll take another damage. Okay, so I take a 2nd damage. And then I'm stunned. So I kind of have to mark that somehow. Fuck, I don't know, where is this? Okay, I'm gonna take this marker here. So I'm stunned. And I might get rid of this right away, but right now I'm a little bit confused after that fall, and I don't know, I maybe did hurt myself somehow. Okay, this is it. And I'm not laying down or so. That seems not to be the case. So now we got to find a way to deal with that, because obviously simply going back up here is questionable. And for example, I cannot bring the dwarf into battle. That's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm just standing here. And this is not really where I want to end up. So maybe it would be a good idea to kind of move away from here and let them come down. I think I might do that. The problem is I cannot that easily disengage with this guy. He only has an agility of 2, meaning he would need an 8 to disengage from the wolf. But maybe I can fight the wolf and then push him away, and then I can still move. So this is probably something I want to try. So I guess first of all, I kind of want to make a little bit of room here. So I'm going to move this guy maybe even out here. That should be possible without any issues. He has a pretty big movement ability, so I think he can simply move out here. And I think I also want to move this guy back. And now let's see. I want to attack the wolf. And this time I'm not going to go into berserk mode. I'm just going to try to hit the wolf. And I hope that works out well. And it did. Very good. So that is a solid hit. And I'm doing 6 dice of damage. So with a little bit of luck, I can even kill the wolf. He only has 3 armor. Yeah, okay. So the wolf has 4 life points. So I managed to kill the wolf. That is a pretty good start, actually. Okay, so now I want to bring myself into a better position. So I'm going to move down here. And then I think I want to move back here. So let's see. We got this guy, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can still attack. Well, if I go back here, he can't. So maybe I want to actually go back here. So then, only this guy can reach me, I think. And maybe I can even kill him. We'll see. Okay, so then it's the scout. And I think what I want to do is, well, first I'm going to check if I can get rid of this stunned condition. On a 4+, this is going to be the case. So great, yeah, that, okay, so this is gone. And then and this is now a little tricky here. Do I have actually line of sight on this guy, for example, or on maybe on that guy, for example? So because there is this difference in height, and I'm not sure, maybe he's standing so far at the back that I basically see only the stairs here and I don't see him. The problem is these are fairly low stairs, so I'm not quite sure about that. If the stairs would be higher, I would actually say, yeah, I cannot see this guy because he's standing on this upper level a little bit behind so that I cannot see him. But in this case, I don't know. So honestly, I'm not sure. This is not totally clear. Now, I think that this stairs is not as high as the character himself or herself. So I think I can actually see these guys, including him, but I don't think I can see him because there's this thing here. I'm not sure about that though. But I definitely can see this guy. And this is the one I think I want to attack. So, yeah, I think I want to do this. So, I think I try to attack the shooter. So therefore, I'm going to use my fast shooting, and I'm going to attack him. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got a -1 for the distance, got a -1 for the fast shooting, but that evens out with the +1 of the accuracy longbow. So overall, I got a -1 modifier here. That is a 7. That's good enough. That's a hit. So I can roll 4 dice. And that is... these are 3 hits. So he's already wounded. Pretty good. And now I gotta make a choice. If I wanna... do I want to attack this guy and try to kill him? Or I think I'm gonna try to kill the shooter. I think he's more dangerous. So let's do this. Oh God! That was a blunder. Wow, that is bad. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So I'm going to re-roll this die. That could even break my magical bow. Horrible. Okay, that was a 5. Now let's see if that is enough. And the answer is no. I got a -1, so I would have needed to roll a 6. So yeah, that wasn't good enough, but at least the weapon is still intact. But I already lost 2 of my 5 fortune, so that's not so great. And I already have 2 life points lost. But okay, whatever. Now I still got my movement points, so that means I can now move 1, 2, 3... 4. I think I'm actually even thinking about moving back here and then leaving the dirty work to these guys. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta be careful with her that she doesn't get hurt. So, okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna activate her, and I'm gonna try to do the war dance. So that would give me, but they can dispel that now. So the character with the highest intelligence is, well, the shooter or the warriors, they both have an intelligence of 4. I got a 5, so I'm here in a better position. I'm going to try to do this war dance. And yeah, that was a success. He didn't manage to dispel that because we both have a 7. So that means the war dance works out, and it will go on for 6 turns, which is obviously perfect. So that gives me a +1 on, oh shit. You know what, actually I should have waited until this guy is back, and I'm gonna allow him to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna move him here first because now he also gets the advantage of doing this. And I'm gonna move this lady back here, and then we await these guys here. So everybody now took advantage of the war dance. Gotta spend a mana. Okay, great. So we got a +1 on our fighting abilities now. Okay, so if I see that right, we now start basically activating again the shooters. So I'm gonna go with this guy first. He's wounded, so he moves 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. I don't think he wants to stand in the way of possible attackers of the warriors, so I'm gonna move him like this. And because he's wounded, he's got 1 less movement. I think that is the case here. And then he's gonna attack. And again, he's got -1 because he's wounded. And he has also moved. So he basically has a 0 value. And so let's see if he rolls. I mean, he definitely needs a 10, and then we check which one he's going to go after. Okay, he didn't hit anyway. And now it's the next guy, and this is this shooter here. So he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can move him down here. And now he can also shoot. And I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to shoot first, basically, and see if I hit, because it's going to be very hard. I think I'm going to need a 9 or something, the movement. And we got a -1 modifier for the distance and all. So in this case, I might actually consider going here. So the warriors can still then move down here, and I'm not blocking the line here. So I think I want to go here so I don't have a negative modifier for the distance. Oh, look at that. That could be a hit. So let's see. First of all, we're going to see who they actually try to shoot at. The enemy which is easiest to hit. Okay, that is... Doesn't matter. I don't think there's actually a difference between the dwarf and the Cyclops. She is a little further away, so that would give him a negative modifier. But I don't see any difference between these two. So let's see what the next... The enemy with the lowest armor. So this guy has an armor of 5. This guy has an armor of 4.
He's got that -1 damage die though, but the armor of him... hard to tell. I think his armor is actually lower, so I'm going to go with him. Now that is a 6. Okay, let's go through the modifiers. So he moved, which is a -2 modifier, and I think this is actually it. So that means he did a hit. So do I want to spend... How much damage does this guy do? Not that much. It's only 3 dice, but he did a critical. So it would be 4 dice. I can reduce this by 1 because of my studded armor. Do I want to spend a fortune? Tough call. You know, actually, I got so many of them. I think I want to do this because I think it's pretty unlikely that he will be able to hit a second time. And that is a 9. So again, he does hit, but this time it's at least no critical. And that means he gets only 2 damage dice. Oh, look at that. Very good. So no damage. So maybe it was worth the fortune. Okay, cool. So these were the 2 shooters, and now we got our 3 warriors. And let's see where we can go. So the first, I have to check if you're wounded, if you actually have 1 less movement, but I think this is the case. Yeah, he actually does have 1 less movement, so he only has a movement of 4, which means he can only go 1, 2, 3, 4. He can only go here, so he cannot reach us. So, does it matter where he goes? Maybe it does. So who is he going to try to go after? Well, he tries to go after the dwarf, because this is actually the guy who was not attacked during this turn yet. So let's start with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I cannot... that kind of sucks. Well, if I cannot reach him, I might as well make room for the others. So maybe I might as well go here. I think it doesn't really matter. So then it's this guy, and he has now 5 movement points. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and now the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, he could try to run at least, and I think he's gonna do that. So he goes down here. Let's see if he does a successful run. Oops, is that a blunder? No, it isn't. Okay, so yeah, he managed to run. So this is the situation now, and so we might use now God Crush You. That seems like it could be pretty awesome. Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll that die again. I gotta do this. Let's see what that does. And again, we actually do have a power card that says Regeneration. Okay? 1 creature of the dark player's choice gets the skill Regeneration until the end of the engagement. Use this card at the beginning of the dark player's turn before activating his creatures. Okay, so that means I suggest usually the guy with the highest number, with the highest value point, would get these skills. But in this case, I suggest I give it to one of these 2 that are already wounded. So on a 1 to 3, it's going to be the shooter. Okay, so the shooter gets the regeneration skill, and let's see how that actually works. So at the beginning of his activation, character must roll 1d6 for every life point lost during the previous turn. For each result of 5 plus, 1 point is recovered. This skill can't be used by knocked out characters. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So that means I'm going to roll 3 dice. And if he rolls a 5 plus, let's see. Okay, so basically that means one of his wounds is back to normal. Now, it says the previous turn, not during the previous turns. So I think we're talking only about these 2 wounds. I think they now remain. So I think he cannot try to regenerate these 2 wounds too. Okay, so let's see. What am I going to do now? So now the question is, basically, do I want to try to fight these guys in a standard way, or do I want to go with the God Crush them? I mean, it's tempting to do the latter. You know, they're standing all together, and it costs me a lot of mana though, and I already spent 2. Then again, I got this recovering mana ability. I got a mana potion. You know, why make it more complicated than it actually is? So I think I'm going to try to use this thing. And so, but now it's a little harder because I got an active spell, and I should maybe not have done that spell, but okay. So I got this active spell now, which means I got to subtract 1. So I'm going to need a 6 to make this thing work. Oh gosh, this is horrible. So we got to again, I think I would take 5 damage dice if I allow that blunder. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to spend a fortune here. Look at that. Wow, that was bad. Okay, I cannot reroll twice. So that means, gosh, this is horrible. So I got to check that. I'm pretty sure I take 5 damage dice if I do a blunder. Okay, in addition to that, I'm stunned. And yeah, I take 5 damage dice. So this is obviously pretty bad. So I hope it's not too bad. We got an armor of 3, and then I got the Guardian Amulet. So that gives me a +1. So I got an armor of 4. It doesn't say against natural armor or something. So I think it's actually this thing here, some kind of physical blow, although that hits me now. Oh boy. However, wait a minute. I am an experienced wizard. So this is interesting. That allows me to re-roll a die. So the thing is now, usually you can re-roll only once by spending by spending fortune. But this is not spending fortune. This is something different. So, you know, maybe I actually get a chance to do this a second time. I gotta check that. I cannot do it because this is a critical failure, and in this case I'm not allowed to reroll anyway. So I gotta take the 5 damage dice and we'll see what happens. Ooh, fuck. That's 4 damage. Boy, that kills me immediately. Okay, so now it's a question. I can re-roll that roll, and But I think I don't want to do that. I think I'm instead going to spend a fortune, because that would be a fatal blow. 4 damage, that would be a fatal blow. So I can spend a fortune, and on a 5 or 6, I can ignore this thing. Okay, I didn't manage to do this. I'm going to spend a second fortune, and now it's like nothing happened. So that was really, 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 really bad. I'm pretty sure I don't have to spend the mana though. So that was, oh boy, horrible. Shockingly bad. And by the way, we are here now. So I'm in a very bad. It's okay. I mean, okay. I still have 3 fortune left, but that's not good. And yeah, it sucks. So let's see. We're gonna fight these guys now without magical assistance, I think. And everybody seems kind of confused what she was just doing. I imagine you standing there trying to prepare for a fight, and then you hear a scream and some smoke coming out of her mouth or something. So anyway, so we gotta attack now, and yeah, let's see. I think I'm gonna simply go this way here, and now I'm considering going into berserker mode actually, and I think I want to do this. So that means I got 2 attacks. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, that is a good hit. So that means I can do 6 damage. Dice. That was okay, I guess. The guy has an armor of 4. I think they have a leather armor. So he's got an armor of 4, but it still means that I do 3 damage. So he is wounded. That's pretty good. Now, a lot of them are wounded. And now the dwarf moves in, and he does the fast attacks. Is that even necessary? That's a good question. Yeah, but why not? He does the fast attacks, trying to attack the other guy here with the axe. That is not good at all. Don't want to reroll that or not. No, I don't think so. I don't think I want to do this. Okay, so okay, and yeah, I think this is pretty much it for now. So now the evil guys get another turn. So we're going to roll a die, and this time nothing happens. And they will now start attacking. So at that point, I think this shooter, if he moves here, he might actually get line of sight on the dwarf. That is hard to tell. Let's see. So if we go from center to center, no, he's got to go through this square. So this is not going to work. What about if he moves here? I think then, no. No, then there is the wall in between. So the dwarf cannot, this guy cannot get line of sight. So maybe if he goes here though, then he could do it. But he cannot shoot from adjacent. But he can move actually here and shoot this poor fucker. That's not good. So he moves and he rolls a die. And that is a miss. Okay. Now let's see. This guy here can only move backwards, basically. Try to relocate, but we can, if you cannot shoot, you can try to do it. You activate it at the end of the turn. So maybe if we push around a little bit, maybe then we get some shot. Now it's this guy here. He's got a -1 because he's wounded. He's going to try to fight the... which one of the two? He's going to attack the Cyclop because this is the guy who did the most damage last turn. That didn't work out. And now it's this other guy here, and he's going to have to attack the dwarf now. And again, no success here. And now it's this guy, and he's going to move out here, and he's now also going to try to attack the dwarf. And also no success. So, what about this guy? Well, he does basically nothing, I think. Yeah, he can't do anything. He just sits there. Okay, so now it's, again, my group. And, so I'm going to continue attacking this guy here with the Cyclop. And that is a hit. And I think I probably can kill him now. 6 dice. Yeah, so he is dead. And that means I now have the option to move on. And I will do so. And I'm going to try to kill the shooter. I got a second attack because I'm in Berserker mode. I think this is not good enough. Well, actually it might be good enough. So let's see. The guy is unarmed, which gives him a -1. He's wounded. That gives him a -2. So I got a -1 for my Berserker. So I'm sitting at 4 plus 6 is 10. Right. He has 1 plus 9, that is also 10. And his agility is usually 3, but because he's wounded, it's down to 2, which means we're equal here. No, we're not, because I got my armor. Ha! But, no. Damn, there's a lot going on here. No, I think actually he won because he is the defender. So he simply wins this. Yeah, okay. And then it's the dwarf. And I'm going to attack simply, I don't know, probably this guy here with my fast attacks here. Oh gosh, look at that. He rolled an 11. Incredible. So yeah, it didn't work out quite well. So last thing I can do is, oh look at, you know what I forgot actually? I forgot the war dance. Now the war dance means this guy gets a +1, which is enough to hit this guy. So I can actually, yeah, that, okay. So I killed the shooter here, which is good. Hope that helps. Okay, and then it's this shooter here, and she moves probably simply here and then shoots at... I mean, it's a little bit tricky. Do I really want to do that? Do I want to bring her in danger here? That's... maybe not. I don't think I want to do this, to be honest. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. So now it's again the dark player and nothing here. So now again, the shooter will activate first. So he now has the option to move here, and that gives him now a clear shot on the Cyclop. And that's not so great. So let's hope he doesn't hit. And that doesn't look good. This is pretty sure that's a hit. So he moved, that's a -1, that brings him to 2. But I think that's pretty much all there is. So he has a 9. So that's a hit. However, it's only 2 damage dice because the short bow does 3 dice. But the studded armor allows to reduce this by 1. So I take 1 damage. And that's it. Now we're gonna go here, and this guy attacks the Cyclops. And that is not good enough. He's got a -1 for his axe, and the Cyclops has slightly better value, the War Dance. So that's not gonna be good enough. The other guy will attack the dwarf, and that is also not good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna try now with the Cyclop to attack this guy again. Got a double attack again, and that is, yeah, that's gonna be good. So we can deal 7 dice of damage. That is not good. That is just 1 damn hit. Do I want to spend 1? I don't think so. I think I still got things pretty much under control. So I don't want to spend too much fortune here. So he takes 1 wound. And I can push him back. And, you know, I think I might actually want to do that. And then I can do another attack. There we go, and that is also a hit. And I got 6 dice now. And that is enough to kill him. Very, very good. Awesome. So now it's the dwarf. And let's see. Oh, that is good. So that's amazing. So that gives him 8 dice. Wow, that's impressive. Okay. That's not quite that impressive. It's 3 hits. That's a shame. But okay. And yeah, this is kind of interesting now because I can push this guy back now. This is tricky because I'm not sure what actually happens here. So if I cannot push, if there would be no place where I could push him because there are everywhere solid obstacles, he would take another wound instead, and then he would simply die. Now you could argue you could push him toward the stairs, and I think I'm going to allow that. However, there is a difference in height. So I think he might actually now fall, and that would make sense in a way. You know, if he kind of stumbles here, so we push him from the side onto the stairs. So he's got to roll now actually a single damage die against his natural armor. So if you roll a 3 or higher, he then breaks his neck, basically. And that didn't happen. That's a shame. Okay, and now I have the option to go here, I guess. And that gives me now a free shot for her. This guy took 3 wounds. So I wonder... I might even consider... Wait a minute, was I standing here? Yeah, I was standing here. I might even consider going back here, because then she also has line of sight, I think, on this guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She could hit both now, this guy and that guy. Can she? Or will she go through the square of the dwarf? I don't think so, actually. I think she has line of sight on these 2 guys now. So we have a double shot with her. So first I'm going to try to kill the shooter. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah. Just 1. That is not good enough. And I'm gonna try again then. Okay, that is a hit. And that means now 4 dice of damage. Okay, that is 1 hit. And damn, I don't think this actually killed the shooter. I think he's wounded. Yeah, he's now sitting on 3 damage dice, so he is just wounded. That sucks. So, okay, I forgot to roll for the stunned condition of her. She is still stunned, which isn't great. Now I'm thinking about using my green flame to kill one of these 2. I don't know if I should do this. I mean, the shooter could be dangerous. But... shit. So this is down to 4, I think. I got a pretty bad modifier. Fuck it. Where is the 4? Here. I got a -1 because I'm stunned. And I got a -1 because of this permanent spell, so I would need a 7 to make this work. Well, I mean, okay, I mean, might be worth it. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna try to do this. So is there line of sight? This is... Yeah, there is. There is line of sight. So I'm gonna try to cast the green flame onto this guy here. And it worked perfectly. Should be more confident. And that means now that I can roll 6 dice because of the critical, and I only need a single hit. And it just worked out, but that was good enough. Okay. So this guy is dead too, and now it's basically only this guy who has taken already 3 wounds, and he is now the only one with a chance to attack. So let's see, we roll again. Okay, nothing happened here. And now he's got to go down, and he can then only attack this guy because then he's in his area of influence, basically. So let's do this. And that is a 7 against a 6, but that's not going to be enough. He's wounded. I got my war dance. I got a better value in general, so no problems here. And now it should be possible for me to finish him off. I hope. I got a double attack with the Berserker mode, and it didn't work out. So the second one, that looks good. Yeah, I guess that's it. So we got a critical, which means I can roll, I think 7 dice or something. That should be good enough. Yeah, okay. There we go. We killed him. That was at least a long battle. Yeah, I mean, we took a couple of hits, but it wasn't too bad. I'm going to allow her to do the first 8 on me. So, just like this. That allows her to heal 2 wounds. Gotta be adjacent what they are, and then the dwarf can search the bodies, and I think overall there were 6 dice, yeah, 6 creatures, so we can roll. These are 7, so no, these are 6 actually. Yeah, so we found quite a bit. We found 5 gold. That's not bad. Okay, cute. And I think this is it then. I'm gonna load this up and we're gonna see the rest of the adventure in the next video. Well, hope to see you then. Bye.